Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who is asking questions?
I was going to ask questions.
You are going to ask. Who is asking questions? Anaga, I guess.
Somebody is waiting in the waiting room. Should I admit?
I have admitted him. It's not
Okay,
going.
fine.
Network issue from his side.
Hi everyone, just a notice to say that this meeting is being recorded and also live streamed on YouTube. Hello everyone. So a warm welcome to one and all present here. So we are starting the event Gate to EECS IISc Meet to 2022 conducted by the division of EECS IISc. I am Anagavi. I am an MTech student of Electrical Communication Department, and I have my fellow students here who will also answer your questions. There is Nikita Yadav, a PhD student in Department of CSA. There is Saumya from an MTech student in Department of Electronic Systems Engineering. There is Sirsha, and PhD student in Department of Electronic Systems Engineering. And there is Sai Pavan, who is an MTech student in the Department of Electrical Engineering. And there is Gogul, who is a PhD student in the Department of Electrical Communication Engineering. And there is Musafir, who is an MTech student from the Department of CSE. He is currently not able to join because he has an exam going on. So all of us will try to clear your doubts, and we will answer the questions that you can put on the chat. We will also answer some of the repeated questions that we received via the Google form. And first of all, I will go through presentation and for a few minutes. After that, we will start taking the questions. Okay, so the division of EECS consists of 4 departments: Computer Science and Automation (CSA), Electrical Communication Engineering (ECE), EE Electrical Engineering Department, and ESC Electronic Systems Engineering Department. And the research clusters that the professors and the students work on here are as following. You can see here: artificial intelligence, analysis and probability, quantum technology, 5G, data storage, cyber physical systems, brain computing, controls and optimization, power engineering, security, microelectronics and VLSI, and so on. And here we can see the various MTech degrees that is offered by the various departments. So we can see computer science engineering CSE is offered by the CSA department. MTech is offered by the electrical department. MTech in EC is offered by electrical communication department. And MTech in ESC and electronic product design is offered by the electronic systems department. Then there is microelectronics and VLSI design offered combined by electronic systems department and ECE department. There is MTech in signal processing offered combined by electrical department and ECE department. And then there is MTech in AI offered combined by all the 4 departments. And then there is also other MTech programs which we have with combination with other departments like quantum technologies, computational and data sciences, nanoscience and engineering, robotics and autonomous systems, smart manufacturing. And in this slide, we can see the various MTech programs and the gate papers that you need to get into these programs. For example, computer science and engineering, to get into that MTech, you need to write a gate paper in CS. For getting into artificial intelligence MTech, you can write a gate paper in either CS, EC, or EE. For getting into ECE, you have to write a gate paper in EC or EE, and so on. We can see that in these slides. Then, yes, we got a lot of questions about GATE exam, its syllabus, how to prepare resources and all. So we have put all the details here. So we can get the syllabus for the GATE exam from the official website that is listed here. And you can follow the standard textbooks which are available in the market and web. And we can also follow the NPTEL online sources, which is available at this link. And there is many videos on almost all of the GATE syllabus there. And recently, NPTEL has also started a GATE portal. And in this portal, there are videos available, and the videos are mapped to the GATE syllabus. And also, previous year GATE solutions, video solutions are also available there. So you can check this out as well. And if you and for all the GATE previous year question papers, you can also follow this link. Then next, okay, why should you choose IISc? So from this point onwards, I would like to invite Sirsha to continue the presentation. Sirsha, please.
Hello, good evening, everyone. So the participants might be wondering, why should you choose IISc? So go to next slide, please. So the answer is, it is India's #1 university. So it is Institute of Eminence. According to NIRF ranking, it is India's #1 university from the research perspective as well. And in overall, it is India's #2 position. And for QS ranking, it is world's #1 in citation per faculty. And it is in 155 position for world university ranking. And we are continuously working hard to take IISc to the higher position in all over the world. Next slide, please. Previous one. So some attractive fellowships are available for the students who get admission in IISc. The first one is the PMRF, that is Prime Minister's Research Fellowship. It is mainly for the PhD students and it is funded by the Government of India. And if you are interested to work with industry collaborations, then industries like TCS, Samsung, Sony, Qualcomm, IBM, they are also offering attractive fellowships. Next slide. For cutting edge research, we have deep industry connections like Wipro IISc Research Innovation Network, British Telecom India Research Center, and Center for Network Intelligence is also here for artificial intelligence, 5G mobility, and software engineering. Apart from that, algorithms, ML, AI, ML, for this kind of topics also, some industry collaborations are there like Microsoft Research, Amazon, and Mindtree. Next slide, please. We also have deep tech startups like Mimic. This is by Professor Vijay Natarajan from CSA department. It mainly works on endoscopy training devices with haptics and visualization. Apart from that, we have Simio, Kenome, Polymer Computing, Ragavera, Indic Technologies by different faculty members from different departments of the EECS division. Next slide, please. So what are the opportunities in IISc? First and the foremost thing is the cutting edge research. And apart from that, we have then PhD and postdoctoral fellowships abroad, and obviously the outstanding placement in both Indian startups and the MNCs as well. Next slide. So apart from the academic background in IISc, we have a vibrant student community. People from different parts of India, they come here to study, and together we celebrate every festival from every other cultures. Next slide, please. So being a part of EECS division, our vision is to strive to be among the world's foremost clusters of electrical, electronics, and computer science researchers through the pursuit of research excellence and promotion of innovation. Next slide. This is according to frequently asked questions. Whoever wants to get to know more queries, they can go to this slide particularly, and particularly this website. Next slide, please. So thank you so much to all of you, and I think we can start with the Q&A session. Over to you, Anaga.
Thank you, Sesha. So we can start the Q&A session. I will take the questions from the chat. Also, I will take questions from questions that we received previously by the Google Forms. Okay. So I'll start from a question from the Google form. So this is a question to Google. What should be the mindset during preparation for GATE, and what are the various domains in your department, and how can one benefit the most from it? Google, please answer.
So while preparing for GATE, you should have a mindset of understanding the concepts thoroughly. Not like you want to get a good rank, good score, and get into some IITs. Finally, at the end of the day, you should get satisfied. Like you have learned something from the preparation you have done that day, and try to not make silly mistakes. Mistakes can come, but you should be consistent so that you can reduce. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Google. So the next question is to Soumya. How to apply for internships in EECS, either with GATE score or without GATE score? Soumya, please.
Okay, so for internships as such, there is no requirement of GATE score. You can directly look up the websites of the labs that work in your area of interest. Look up for the internship positions if they're posted. If yes, then please go ahead and apply. Otherwise, you can approach to the professors who are working in your area of interest and mail them directly with your resume, and they will get back to you in case there is a position and you are eligible for it. Thank you. Anaga, over to you.
Thank you, Soumya. So the next question is to Pawan. Question is, can a student from Tier 3 college join direct PhD at IISc in control department? Pawan, can you please answer?
Yes, in a single word answer, yes, you can join. It does not depend in which college you are from, unless so until you satisfy the required condition for joining in the direct PhD. So whatever college you are studying your BTech from, you are eligible to join in IISc for direct PhD.
Thank you, Pawan. So the next question is to Nikita. The question is there a course that is sort of a combination of computer science and mathematics here?
Yes, there are many courses. So specifically, I think you can check the theoretical computer science at CSA. So all of the courses, so many of the courses here require a good knowledge of mathematical concepts in linear algebra, probability, lattice theory, and others. So yes, there you will find very good combinations here for computer science and mathematics. Do take a look. Yeah, back to you, Anava.
Thank you, Nikita. So the next question is to Sirsha. And the question is, should I prepare for direct PhD?
Yes, obviously you should be prepared for direct PhD after your 4 years graduation if you are much more interested in research. So it's obviously a good idea if you start early. Over to you, Anagha.
Thank you, Sirsha. So the next question is, what fields would an electronics and communication engineer get in his or her master's and the jobs for electronics and communication? So an electronics and communication engineer can go into different fields. For example, he can go into communication field, he can go into analog design field, digital design field, and AI or any of these fields. And so he will get the jobs corresponding to that in different companies, or he can also continue to go to research and do PhD also. Okay, and I will take the next question to Google. So how is the research experience in masters in IISc for a person with no research experience?
Yeah, so you will be doing, if you are joining as an MTech student, or a PhD student, the first year will be consisting of courseworks. So even if you don't have any research exposure previously, so while coming to IISc, the IISc will make sure that while doing courses, you'll have enough lab exposure and enough assignments and projects they'll give. They'll train your mind so that you'll be more molded to become a researcher. So don't worry. Yeah, thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Google. So the next question is, can you please give a prerequisites other than qualifications for a paper for MTech in AI? Also, what type of questions can be asked in the interview for the same? Nikita, can you please take this question?
Sorry, could you tell the first part of the question?
For MTech in AI, what are the qualifications other than the GATE paper it is needed, they are asking, and how to prepare for the interview?
Okay. I think there is no prerequisite per se when you are applying for any program at IISc. Most of the interviews only test your basic knowledge. So if you're applying for AI, basic knowledge for linear algebra probability is that you need. Other than that, actually you do not need knowledge of specifically in machine learning and artificial intelligence when you're coming to IISc. As Gokul just said in his last answer, that when you come here, you will have courses for at least your first semester or first 2 semester, that is 1 year. And when you take these courses, you'll get ample opportunities to learn everything that you need for your research here. Yeah, so that's all. Back to you, Anaga.
Thank you, Nikita. So the next question is to Saipan. And the question is, how to prepare for interview and written exam taken by IISc for MTech after GATE, and what would be the minimum weightage of GATE score?
Okay, it actually depends on what branch you are applying. Say if you are applying for signal processing or EC or VLSI, it depends. So I advise you to go to the specific web pages to check out what are the exact syllabus. So the syllabus for the interview and the test would more or less coincide with your GATE syllabus, but they will emphasize more on the basics and your understanding of the basics. And regarding the weightage of GATE score, the GATE score weightage will be above 60%, even there is an interview or a written test. So first, make sure that you score very good in GATE, then prepare accordingly with respect to the what is the syllabus mentioned on the web page, making your basics strong. So that should guarantee your admission at IISc. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Pawan. So the next question is to Sirsha. And the question is, will GATE score help in getting a postdoc position?
Okay, so for a postdoc position, GATE score is not at all mandatory. So mainly for postdoc position, the important thing is your research career during your PhD. So high impact journals, peer reviewed journals will be much more helpful than your GATE score. And yes, if you have a very good GATE score, then it will add extra weightage to your profile. That's all. Back to you, Anagha.
Thank you, Sirsha. Next question is to Gogul. And the question is, can we write GATE in electronics and instrumentation and get into artificial intelligence for MTech?
So as you can see this slide Naga has shared. So if you are writing in electronics and communication, if you are writing in electronics and communication, you can go for what the question is, like artificial intelligence, right? So artificial intelligence will be taking students from EC, EECS, CS, and computer science background. So I think if you do instrumentation, it's not possible to come to artificial intelligence. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Gogul. So the next question is to Soumya. And the question is VLSI a good branch to pursue MTech? And what is the average package of a VLSI engineer from IISc Bangalore?
Okay, so the VLSI is definitely a very good branch for pursuing an MTech. So as you can see, a EC graduate can enroll in several MTech programs: signal processing, MTech in EC, and VLSI and AI. So if your interest is on machine learning and artificial intelligence side, you can definitely take signal processing and AI. But if your interest is in core electronics, in analog circuits, in digital circuits, then VLSI is definitely a very good opportunity for you, even right now, and also one or two even more decades after this. And regarding the average package, it is more than 20 to 20, in the range 20 to 25 LPA. The exact numbers obviously can't be revealed. So it is very good. You will get very good opportunities in VLSI from IISc. Back to you, Anagha.
Thank you, Soumya. So the next question is, I am from EC background. Which MTech program will be the best for me? Pawan, can you please answer this?
Yeah, so if you are from EC background, so if you are interested in the electronics side of EC, you can always take up microelectronics or VLSI design or ESC or the newly introduced electronic product design. Or if you are more interested towards the communication side of the EC, there is always signal processing and electronics and communication MTech in EC. And over and above, if you are interested in applying the concepts of maths in ML or AI, there is always artificial intelligence course that is available to you. So it basically boils down to what is the interest you are having. So we'll make sure that you know what is the interest you are having and choose the specified MTech branch. Thank you, Anna.
Thank you, Pawan. The next question is, for research students, how is their work evaluated, their progress, and how what if they are not getting results even after spending a lot of time on it? So I would like Sirsha to answer this question.
So can you repeat the first part of the question?
Yes. So for research students, how is their work evaluated? Their progress, how is it evaluated?
Okay, so your progress mainly depends on the novelty of the work, how you are progressing with novelty regarding the your seniors have done. And it depends on like if you are able to publish your work on high impact journals, then it will be much more valuable. And the next part.
So what if they are not getting results? What would they have to do?
After some point, if you have to try on with your results, if you don't get results, then you have to move to some other topics. Like that only it works. Back to you, Anaga.
Thank you, Sesha. So the next question is about the pattern of gate and the examination process. So I will answer this. So gate exam is for 100 marks and 15 marks is for general aptitude, and remaining 85 marks will be from core subjects. And there will be MCQs, MSQs, and NAT questions. And the MCQ questions, multiple choice questions, have 1/3 negative marking, and MSQs and NAT questions does not have a negative marking. That's about the pattern of gate. So I will ask the next question to Google. It's about test series. Is it okay to get low marks in test series? And is test series really important for GATE?
So yeah, think of the situation. You are going to give GATE, you didn't do test series. So you will feel all the pressure in the world within that 3 hours. You don't know what to do. If you don't get a question, you don't get an answer correctly, you will feel like completely demotivated and the whole exam can ruin. So to mock this pressure before, and to be confident with the pressure. I mean, to go with the flow, you have to practice, right? So test series are as important as GATE exam. You should give test series as you are giving a GATE exam. And yeah, it is okay to get low marks in the series, but not always. After each time, you should be improving on yourself. Just not only silly mistakes and conceptual mistakes you are making in the test series, and build on it. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you, Google. Okay, so the next question is to Soumya. And the question is, can a person with low CGPA and a history of areas which are cleared now get into top 100 air and get into tier 1 colleges like IITs?
Okay, so as you mentioned, your arrears are all cleared. So as long as because your arrears are cleared, so as long as you have the minimum CGPA required for IISc, you are as well eligible for the interview process and the selection. And for getting good score in GATE, all that matters is your conceptual understanding. So once you have cleared all your areas, you can build more on your conceptual understanding and your problem solving. And once you get a good score in GATE, you can definitely apply for IISc or any other institutes and get selected and do well. Thank you. Anaga, back to you.
Thank you, Soumya. So the next question is to Pawan. And the question is 1 year enough to prepare for GATE EC and get a high enough rank to get admission in top Indian institutes?
Yeah, 1 year is more than enough. You can easily get a good rank if you start 1 year before. Just make sure that you have a perfect plan ready in place, and you have a strategy how to approach the subjects. So you can have some subjects which you feel easy, and there may be some subjects which you feel hard. So divide the time accordingly. Have a good plan ready. You practice previous year questions and give as many number of mock tests as possible. Then it is very easy. So 1 year is more than enough time to prepare for GATE.
Thank you, Pawan. So the next question is to Nikita. And the question is, what should be the starting approach for the preparation for GATE CS, considering I am not from CS branch?
Okay. Yeah. So first, you are not from CS branch. Yeah, I think all of the courses are important, and first you should focus on the basics. I'll suggest that you go through data structures, algorithms. These are two of the most basic courses. Read through them and check the GATE syllabus. And yeah, all of the courses are important. So follow some good textbook and read the textbooks. Stick to them for the syllabus. I would say that devote, I don't know when you're starting preparing, but if you have a year or if you have 6 months, like devote 6 months to understand all of the courses, and then make notes while you are preparing for the courses, and do take some, give some test, get a book, say 30-year previous year questions, and practice those questions. Yeah, back to you, Anaga.
Thank you, Nikita. So I'll take the next question from Google Forms. And the question is to Google. Online MTech opportunities in IISc through GATE and placement opportunities after online MTech.
I think online opportunities is only for sponsored candidates from industries. I think it's not for GATE. So the question is irrelevant.
Okay, Google. Thank you. So the next question is to Sirsha. And the question is, how does it feel to study at IISc?
Obviously, it feels good to study in India's #1 university. And apart from academics, there are different kind of sports activities are also here, and cultural events and cultural committees are also here. So obviously, it's a good experience to study here. Back to you, Anaga.
Thank you, Sirsha. The next question is to Pawan. Where can I find good materials and lectures for GATE preparation easy?
Yeah, if you want good lectures, you can always go through NPTEL videos, and there is other bunch of material from Standard Coaching Center available free on YouTube. And regarding the materials, after understanding the concepts by going through standard books and the NPTEL lectures and other lectures that are available, you can fall through the previous year questions, solve them, and there are you can always enroll in a mock test series and practice the questions. So the one thing that you should focus more is after understanding the concepts and completing most of the syllabus, you should start solving as many questions as possible, because the more you do the practice, the higher will be the score in the GATE. Thank you.
Thank you, Pawan. So the next question is to Soumya. And the question is, how is the stress level and how do people in IISc handle it?
Okay, so once you come for a master's or a PhD at IISc, it is quite highly likely that you will face a stiff learning curve in your few initial months. So the courses here are much more hectic, I would say, much more intensive compared to the ones we face in BTech in other colleges. So you should remember one important thing, that is the peer group that you are getting in IISc is one of the best in India. So one thing that will definitely help is group study. So you can sit with your peers and discuss things and learn things easily. Even you might be required to learn new skills after coming to IISc within a very short time. So in these kind of situations, peer groups will definitely help. And mostly that's it. So you will once you get used to it, you will get used to it in a month or so, and after that everything will feel like normal and you will also do very well here. Okay, Anaga, back to you.
Thank you, Soumya. So the next question is from the chat, and is it possible to prepare for GATE along with job and get a high enough rank in a year to get into IISc? Google, can you please answer?
Yeah, definitely. As I said, you should be focusing more on concepts and solving problems. Just maintain your time. Just make out your time schedule so that if you are you can manage it for preparing, for solving questions and in a weekend or something, you can do test series and stuff and revision. So it's definitely possible. Don't give hope.
Thank you, Google. And the next question is where to find subject-wise tests apart from previous year question papers. So you can enroll in any of the test series which are provided by some coaching institutes to get subject-wise tests. I don't think subject-wise tests are available in NPTEL or anything. So you can do that and enroll and give them and practice. The next question is I'm preparing for GATE CS 2023. What are the key points that I must follow in order to get a good rank? Nikita, can you please answer?
Yeah. So first of all, focus on completing your syllabus, and I would suggest that focus on the basics of every subject, and the aim should be that you do not miss any easy question from any subject. Every subject has mark, like for example, data structures or in algorithms, you expect that 10 mark will be, or 10 mark worth questions will be asked, and maybe 5 marks will be easy questions, and 3 marks will be medium, and 2 marks will be hard question. So your target should be that you are able to solve all the easy ones easily, and medium, you can approach the medium and also get them right. Maybe you will miss the hard ones sometimes, but you have to prepare in that manner that you do not miss the easy ones in any subject. So that means you have to cover the breadth completely, every course. Okay, that is required if you want to get a very good rank. And then of course, make notes while you are preparing. Make short notes, do multiple revisions, at least do 1 full revision of all the subjects, then save some time to do 1 more revision, and start giving the test series and mock test at least 1 to 1.5 months before, or if not like 1.5, at least 1 month before the final exam date, and give few mock test paper. As Gokul had earlier pointed out in his answer, that when you are sitting for mock test, do not think that you can just go and look in your textbook and look for the formula. Give it like you are in the actual GATE exam. So give it like that for 3 hours. You have to sit there and give, so that you can handle the actual pressure during the exam. I think, and also solve the previous year questions at least twice. I mean, that will be my advice. Yeah, back to you, Anaga.
Thank you, Nikita. So the next question is, can one take a dual degree in IISc, like in 2 specialization? Soumya, can you answer this?
Yeah, sure. I have already answered the question in chat. So yes, in IISc, for suppose you're enrolling at XYZ specialization, you will have certain core courses to complete. Along with that, there will be several credits of electives that you will have to take. So in those electives, you can choose what courses to take. Suppose there are students who do a master's in electronic systems engineering, but they do take elective courses which are relevant to microelectronics and VLSI students. So in that way, they can learn things taught in both the specializations, but there is no formal dual degree program as such. Okay, Anaga, over to you.
Thank you, Soumya. So the next question is, what are the opportunities for electronics engineering at IISc? So for electronics engineering students in IISc, they can go for MTech programs in ECE, SP, in MVLSI, in ESE, in EPD, and in AI. They can also go for MTech research as well as direct PhD programs. And the next question is, to Google, what is the role or the scope of machine learning in areas of electronics, like micro or nano electronics?
So the role of machine learning will be used in, I have chosen a subject called DVLSI. In that we have used machine learning to build a module which will see what number you have written. It's like scanning. So as an example, I have said, so machine learning is helpful in signal processing side, and micro and nano side you can use in VLSI for these kind of applications. And also brain computing research is going on in IISc in the EESc department, done by Professor Chetan Singh Thakur. You can see further, you can further read in his website on IISc website. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Gokul. So the next question is, what does majority of GATE qualified students do? Do they go for PSU jobs or go for higher studies? Pavan, can you answer this?
Yeah, I would say they would go for GATE. So one very good example is that this year we had a tremendous response for SP program here at IISc. Last year there were only around 10 to 14 seats at IISc, but due to more and more applications from the students and more students attending for interview, the SP signal processing seats have grown threefold. Now there are currently 45 places. So this I am citing as an example regarding how students are showing their interest to pursue masters, particularly at IISc. So it actually also depends upon what is your interest. So if you are interested towards continuing your masters, continuing your education after your BTech, so doing masters will be a very good choice. Or otherwise, there are some students who go to PSUs also. But more and more, the interest is being shifted towards doing masters at IITs or IISc. Thank you, Anand.
Thank you, Pavan. So the next question is to Sirsha. And the question is how to increase speed and accuracy in solving a problem, and how to understand a big question and solve it in simpler steps.
For the time management part, you can use like check for the time, how much time you are using for solving the question for the first time, and try to solve it faster by using less amount of time. And for large questions, you can, check. You should first go for the simpler questions, or after that, if you have time, then you should go for the big ones. And that is the thing, I guess. Back to you, Anagha.
Thank you, Sirsha. So the next question is how to revise at the last month all the subjects, and do we need to do mock test at the last, or what is the best time to start mock tests? So I'll take this question. So you can start revision at around maybe December month, and you can do revision and mock tests hand in hand. You can do one cycle of revision and then take 2 or 3 mock tests, and then analyze the mock test. What are your mistakes, where you are lacking and all, and then study according to that, and then again do a revision, and then again take mock tests, and you can do this cycle till GATE exam, so that you will get enough practice and you will do revision also. Okay. So the next question is, what are the entrepreneur opportunities at IISc? Soumya, can you take this?
Yeah, sure. So as Anagha mentioned at the start of the slides, there are several startups founded by the faculties at IISc. So you can work there to build on those entrepreneurship ideas of the professors. For building your own startup, yes, IISc does provide an environment and the lab facilities for that if you are interested. For example, the MTech EPD program was launched with this idea so that the students in the MTech EPD program can build startups centered around the products that they will be building in the masters. Anagha, back to you.
Thank you. So the next question is to Nikita. And the question is, how will MTech in CSE help to shape my career in computer science?
Yeah, MTech in CSE is a very good option and you should definitely consider applying. When you come here, you learn a lot. I have learned a lot during my master's program at CSA. You get to sit in class of the faculty members who are definitely world class, and they are really good in their courses. They are publishing research at top tier venues, and you do hear a lot of assignments in the courses and projects and research projects where you get hands-on with a lot of software and programs, and basically you learn a lot. So it is a very good opportunity for you to learn, and also during the MTech you can take up some research project and understand whether you like research or not, and if you like, then you can go for higher education like PhDs positions. And also the other perspective is that when you apply for placements, you can apply for research positions after your master's, but most likely research positions are not available to BTech students, like if you try to apply just after your BTech. But at IISc, after master's program, we get opportunity to get research position at companies. Yeah, back to you, Anaga.
Thank you, Nikita. So the next question is to Pawan. And the question is, how is the course of MTech signal processing and the placements there? And what rank or score is required to get into that program for general category?
Yeah, signal processing is the flagship program that is jointly offered by EC and EE department. So the curriculum of the signal processing was changed very recently. It has been upgraded from the earlier one. So now when a student joins in the signal processing, he or she does a core subjects, like there are 4 to 5 core subjects. Then he or she gets an option to select a stream in which she wants to pursue her master's in signal processing. So there are many streams. The streams vary from it. So there is a communication stream, there is a natural language processing stream, there is an image processing, video processing stream, there is an online learning stream and another stream. So you get to do a particular stream. So there is a credit requirements. So there's a credit requirement that you have you have to complete so many credits by choosing a particular stream. So this is so this has been a recent curriculum change. So this is and regarding the placements, it actually depends upon what stream you choose. Like if you choose a machine learning stream after joining the signal processing, you can sit for all the companies that come from artificial intelligence or CSA department. If you choose a communication stream, you can sit for communication companies like Qualcomm or MaxLinear or Samsung. And regarding the gate score for general categories, now since the number of seats have been increased, the gates, so it is safe if you have a gate score more than 800 in general category. So that should be enough to get a call for interview and subsequent written test. Thank you, Anaga.
Thank you, Pawan. So the next question is to Soumya, and the question is, if one wants to pursue VLSI domain MTech, how can he build his basics during BTech so that this will also help in VLSI placements?
Okay, so for preparing for VLSI masters for an EC BTech student, what I would suggest is please be thorough with your network theory, analog electronics, and digital electronics subjects. These will be asked in GATE definitely. In also in the written test that you will be writing once you get the GATE rank and you apply to IISc. So that is it for the theory part. Also strong mathematical skills are required. IISc MTech interviews start with mathematics questions, no doubt about that. And also at the same time, if one is comfortable in programming, C, C++, Python, in whatever language, that will also help. But the other things that I said that are much of like mandatory. The programming part you can come to IISc and learn, that is okay, but the other thing should be done beforehand. Anaga, back to you.
Thank you, Soumya. Next question is to Sirsha. And the question is, how many years can a PhD last at IISc, and what are the sources of funding?
For PhD duration is like 5 years. Like if you are starting with whatever scholarship you are getting at the start, it will be funded up to the 5 years. After 5 years, if you are not able to finish your PhD within this course of time, then after 5 years, that source of funding will be stopped, and that particular after 5 years, you will be getting funded by the PhD supervisor according to the projects available under him or her. So that is the thing, and preferably everyone try to finish their PhD within 5 years. Okay, back to you, Anagha.
Thank you, Sirsha. And the next question is to Google. What should be the preparation strategy to get into EECS IISc? Which is more efficient, self-study or joining any coaching institute?
So, what is the preparation strategy, right? Yeah, there is only one preparation strategy for everything. You focus on the syllabus completion, focus on revision, then focus on mock tests. That's it. For any domain, any stream, for you are going for grade, this is the strategy. Perfectly. Most important thing is revision. So if you don't revise, you are out of the competition. Remember that. And one more question was there, like, can you please repeat the last question?
Yeah, that's it mostly.
No, one more part was there. Hello?
Yeah, I'm going through the question. 1 minute.
Yeah, it's coaching
self-study
required
or joining. Yeah.
Yeah, right. It depends on you. If you already covered your theories subjects in engineering, BTech, I mean undergrads, you're better to go for problem solving and mock tests. If you are not thorough with that, I prefer you join some not coaching institute exactly. Our NPTEL platform is providing much rich content, right? Best of the best professors in India is providing the NPTEL content. So you can watch the NPTEL contents, make notes, and go for previous year questions and do mock tests. Yeah, thank you. That's it.
Thank you, Google. So the next question is how to manage for GATE preparation and semester exam and placement and assignments for second year. So I would suggest you can start preparing for GATE along with the subjects that are being currently covered in your semesters. So mostly they will overlap. So you can practice the questions once you cover the theory part, and so that can be carried on parallelly. Okay, then I will take the next question to Nikita. So the question is a general question: how to get over procrastination and to prepare for GATE efficiently?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think you should consider your goal. So if your goal is to reach IISc, it should be very clear to you why you want to go to IISc, what difference it will make in your life, and how your life will change after coming to IISc, what opportunities you will get here and after here. I think all of these questions and all of these things are very motivating in themselves. Like while I was preparing for GATE, I used to think about that I want to reach to IISc Bangalore. That's my target. And I think if your target is clear, then you will feel motivated. And yeah, procrastination, yeah, that will not, that is, of course, you need to take care of it. Like you should not procrastinate. Every day, keep a goal for yourself that you want to finish all of these things. Like let's say I want to revise one chapter, do one test series or something, and make these goals and try to stick to them. I think every day you have to do something, and if you'll do it for some days and few weeks, I think that will become a habit and it will come along itself. I hope I was able to answer the question. Others can also chime in if they have some better suggestions. Yeah, back to you, Anaka.
Can I give one suggestion? Yeah, like don't think of motivation. There is no thing as motivation as far as I'm concerned. Be disciplined. That is the primary thing you have to do. If you are motivated, after some time the motivation will go. You will feel demotivated and you will find try to find motivation somewhere, you won't get it at all. You be disciplined every day. You do this. If you want to, if you only you set a goal, I'll sleep only for 6 hours. You do that. You want to study these things at this time. You do that. Get disciplined over time, and over time you will get the flow, and you will go with it. And that thing will help. That motivation thing won't help, and I think it will help you with the procrastination also. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Gokul and Nikita. So the next question is to Sirsha. And the question is, what is the difference between direct PhD and PhD after MTech in terms of the number of credits and so on?
I think Nikita already answered the question, but still I will repeat. Like if you are getting admission after 4 years of BTech, then you have to complete 24 credits. And if you are joining after MTech, then you have to complete just 12 credit course. That's all. Back to you, Anagha.
Thank you, Sirsha. So the next question is, what is the what is the stipend during MTech? How much is it? So for MTech students, the stipend is provided by MHRD. It is 12,400 per month, and the stipend will be enough to cover our expenses at for studying. Okay, so the next question is to Pawan. And the question is how to manage the last moment exam stress, the time distribution for various subjects, and so on during GATE exam.
Yeah, last moment exam stress, it is common because you have studied hard for the last 6 to 8 months for an exam. So, so the one thing I used to do was to remember why you started preparation at the first place. Like, why do you want to do that? So that should give you an answer, and that should make you feel. And your play and your preparation and your mock test. And your revision and mock test results. So that should give you enough confidence. So it is not bad that you are feeling stress, but it is but make sure that this stress should not affect your health, or should not affect your final exam, the GATE exam. And regarding the subject and the hours distribution, it depends upon person to person. Like if you are preparing for GATE EC, so there are some subjects which you may find very easy. So you can quickly complete the theory part and start solving the questions. But there are also some subjects like I used to feel EMT tough, so I give more, and EMT also carries a lot of weightage in GATE. So I used to give more time to that. So it depends upon what subjects you feel easy and what subjects you feel hard. So make sure that you categorize the syllabus into easy and hard, and complete the theory part of the easy as quickly as possible and start solving questions from this. And in the meantime, also give more time to the subjects which you feel hard. So that would be a good strategy of division of hours between the subjects. Thank you, Anand.
Thank you, Pawan. So the next question is to Nikita, and the question is, during PhD, can we go for work for any company?
You can take internship leaves. So we are allowed to go for 6 months of internship, paid internship leave during our PhD program. And also, if you are collaborating with the company along with your advisor, then you can go for up to 12 months of internship. Yeah, thanks. Back to you, Anaga.
Thank you, Nikita. So the next question is to Soumya. I had done my BE in electrical engineering, but I want to pursue MTech in the DESC department courses like MTech ESC and MTech EPD. So which subjects should I prepare for the interview?
Okay, so if you are a BTech in electrical engineering and you want to apply for ESC and EPD, so for both these departments, you will require solid knowledge of mathematics that you are preparing for GATE, and analog electronics and digital electronics that will be common for both the MTech programs. In addition to that, if you have taken any course on embedded systems, for example, 8085 microprocessor or AVR microprocessor, if you have studied that, that will also be a bonus on that. Anything else, Anaga, if something is left?
No, that's it. How to
Okay,
prepare
okay.
for the interview.
Okay, that's it. Back to you, Anaga.
Yeah. Okay, so next question is to Google. Do we need references from people that we have worked with for a PhD application?
Yeah, it's good to have a reference, obviously recommendations and feedbacks from your previous guides or whoever you have worked with. It will do good on your PhD applications. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Google. So the next question is, what is the future scope after doing an MTech in communication engineering? So if you do an MTech in communication engineering, that is here it is MTech in ECE, or you can also go to communication field by MTech in SP. So either way, if you go to communication field, you can get jobs in companies like Qualcomm, Samsung, Max Linear, or other companies like that. Or you can also continue research and go take PhD and go into academics like that. Okay. So the next question is to Sirsha. And the question is, how tough is MTech and PhDs at IISc? And what are the opportunities after MTech?
Tough means that depends. Like if you are doing MTech, then you will be expected to complete all of your credits with a good CGPA. That will be required for your placement. Like during placements, companies will be given some cutoff marks. So that is mandatory for MTech students to study properly and get good marks. And for PhD students, that depends on their problem statement and what their target is. So you will have to decide a topic which is achievable in short duration. Like you cannot spend 6 months for a particular topic and then you will decide to move to some other topic, so it will be wastage of time. So it's better to choose something that is you can do, at least you will understand is it executable within 1 or 2 months or not. So that's all, and back to you, Anagha. And is it any other question there?
No.
Okay, that's all then.
Yeah, thank you. So the next question is a general question to Nikita. So the question is, I understand English perfectly, but I don't speak fluently. And is it possible to survive in IISc with this?
Yes, definitely. Although all of the lectures are in English, but if you understand it perfectly, then there is no problem. And you would not need to speak in English like most of the times, unless you have to ask a question in the class. But I think you will be able to manage that. And of course, when you are in campus, you can try to pick it up and get better at it by communicating in English with your peers, your friends. And yeah, but this is not something that should stop you from getting into IISc. Yeah, back to you, Anand.
Thank you, Nikita. So the next question is to Pavan. And the question is, I'm confused if I should make my own notes or for the subjects or buy classroom notes from ADC, which will save me a lot of time.
Yeah, it actually depends upon how much time you have. Like if you are starting well before 8 months or 10 months before the exam, I would advise you write your own notes, because writing your own notes will help you in revision. So GATE actually consists of 10 to 12 subjects. You have to rate 10 to 12 subjects for the exam. Each subject having multiple subtopics. So there's a considerable amount of syllabus you have to study before the exam. So if you have written your notes, if you have written your notes yourself, that would help you in revision. But if you have less time, like say 4 months or 3 months or 4.5 months, like that. So I would ask you to go to any coaching material, pick up their notes. So read it, make a formula sheet, or make some or highlight important points, and start revising and take mock tests. So it actually boils down to how much time you have. So the earlier you start, you can write your own notes. If you are starting late, go for coaching material. Thank you.
Thank you, Pawan. So we are coming up on our time. So we'll take two or three questions and then we'll close the session. Okay, so I'll take this question. Is first year early to start preparing for GATE? If not, then what should I focus on completing in first year for GATE preparation? Soumya, can you take this?
Yeah, so in for a first year of MTech, I mean for first year of BTech, one subject that everybody has is engineering mathematics. So this mathematics forms some 13 to 14 marks of the GATE paper, which is very, very important. So you can focus on building a good command over that. All at the same time, this aptitude can also be practiced in the first year, and actually it is something you should do throughout your 4 years. It will also help you in placements tests as well. And there might be one or two basic subjects regarding to your stream in your first year. You can study that. Now, because in first year you have quite a lot of time compared to a final year student, you can watch NPTEL lectures and read standard books and make sure that your concepts are thorough, so that at the end when you sit to revise, you can do it quickly. That's it. Anagha, over to you.
Thank you, Soumya. So the next question is to Google. And the question is, how can we revise the entire syllabus effectively for the GATE exam?
So what I did was like I used to make short notes for each subject. It will go only for about 2 A4 papers. So the entire syllabus, it's like some 8 to 10 subjects will be covered in some 20 A4 papers. It will be like this only. So in my preparation days, what I did was I used to get up morning early, 7 to 8, 1 hour I'll dedicate for this revision. What I do is each day I'll take one subject. I'll whatever it is in that paper, it is fully formula based. So what I do is I'll write the formulas in my other rough paper. So in a week I try to cover the whole syllabus of GATE. Like that, every week you'll get a whole revision. That will be a perfect revision. And one more thing I have to add is like you can also use the series subject wise, topic wise as a revision tool. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Google. So I will take the last question of this session. So in interview and written test, how are the questions asked? Is it to the relevant stream for admission? So yes, in interviews and the tests, if there is any test for admission to MTech programs, it will be relevant to the stream that is we are writing the test for. For example, if it is to MVLSI, then there will be questions related to analog electronics, digital electronics, and so on. And if it is related to for MTech ECE, then there will be questions from communication, signals and systems, and so on. So it will be relevant, but in interview, there can be questions from any subject from your stream. Okay, so I think we can wind up the session now. And so I would like to thank everyone who is present here, who was attentive during the session and asked questions, and who are interested in coming to IISc and writing the GATE exam. And I wish all the very best to every students for their GATE exam and for all things in life. And thank you to all our fellow students and for answering all the questions. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
you,
you,
the
everyone.
students.
All the
Thank
best.
you. All the best.